Answers from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real Rap a Lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chopped it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Check three, check three, check three. Waste no trap, waste no trap.
Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call him brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up. And he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes that his players will as well.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints 7, Lions nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This will be fielded at the 17. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Not much there, only a yard.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Here's Griffin on the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 20-yard line.
Now a give to Taylor. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
6-7. Lions nothing.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be fourth down. They'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Saints. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Lions nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 6. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll run with Gibson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second and 5. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Looking for Rager again. This time he's got him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Wheatley stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll run on 1st down. Wheatley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Wilson. And that's complete. It's Allington.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you. 56.
Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
It's going to be a long day. Now's the mic.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Fighting through it. He's got space. He's at the 50. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Lions, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Watch 36 to Mike. Now watch one.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a second down and 6.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big connection on that one, 32 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Saints 35, Lions 7. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Kill. Hey, bang, bang.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. Watch 36.
On third down, here's Gibson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
He's coming.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 6-yard line.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Lions 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Taylor. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Second and 3.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
At the Lions' 23-yard line.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Saints. Brevin Jordan with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in. Right,
trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jim, 61. Matchbox, light, 52. Blow it hard. Hey, we got a seal. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the play.
Wilson. And Ellington has it, middle of the field. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on,